Hello, hello. How's it going? Oh boy. What a morning. I could not fall asleep till like 1:30 last night and had so much to do this morning to prepare for today. So we'll see how much I get done. Yeah. Gotta prepare for the blizzard coming my way. Trying to figure out what all I need to take back to my apartment just in case I can't get back in here until the weekend. Don't think too much. It's not supposed to be nearly as cold as it was last time we had a big cold snap, so I'm not like worried about my tech or anything. I'll just wrap it in blankets and yeah, everything will be fine. But it is kind of tough trying to know what to do to prepare, I suppose. Alright, so today, folks, is Elephant Day. I think it might be Elephant Day like in Thailand, but I'm gonna take the excuse. I couldn't quite tell if it was National Elephant Day in the US or just like somewhere in the world, but definitely can't miss an opportunity to draw elephants. So I know we've been doing livestock this week, like goats and sheep. However, elephants are beasts of burden in some places, so it counts. That's the tie-in. They're also just great. We should just draw them. So, oh, thank you, Amaze. I was actually just about to open that link myself, but if anybody needs some elephant references, you can find them in the thick skin category. This is not a taxonomically accurate categorization, it's just a aesthetic. So please don't think that hippos and elephants and rhinos are closely related. They are not. It's just a way for me to find them because they are thick-skinned ungulates that I enjoy drawing. So, anyhow, there's lots of references in here. This is an old drawing I did of a little baby elephant that I used just now. But I think I want to practice drawing. Yeah, we're gonna do African elephants, I think, today. I might do some Asian elephants. There are some differences. In fact, here's this adorable little chart to show you all the differences between all the different animals. If you ever wanted to know. This is not World Elephant Day. It's Happy National Elephant Day. But still, it applies. If you'd like to learn about them. We're gonna draw probably mostly the bush elephant. Forest elephant's my favorite. They are kind of a recently classified subspecies of elephant. They've been around for a long time, but we just weren't super aware. And to be honest, the color differences are not this stark. Like, they're a little darker than African bush elephants, and they're definitely smaller, but yeah, that's a really dark representation of an African forest elephant. But that's okay. That's okay. We still love them. I also just kind of want to find fun references of elephants, so even though it's probably a little harder to draw, we may just draw things like this today. But they're really, really pretty creatures that I enjoy a lot. Anyway, how is everyone's Wednesday going? Oh, obligatory mastodon, huh? Is that what you're drawing today? We could do a mastodon. I mean, they're extinct elephants. Wait. Oh, you just linked directly to the thick skin category. Yes, I appreciate that. Oh shoot. I'm already seeing some AI generated hippos showing up in my suggested pens. So just be careful as you guys click around on Pinterest these days. It's kind of becoming inundated with maybe not the best reference images to learn from, so. Alright, let's get started. These were the ones we did yesterday. We did sheep and various members of the Caprine family, which is always a good time. Why is it not letting me move this folder? There we go. But today, it's Elephant Day, so let's draw some elephants. If you're not drawing a lot, or if you haven't drawn much and you just are starting out, don't be intimidated. This is for you as well. I always try to start off talking a little bit about my process and why I make certain decisions. There we go. But let's pick a reference image. Which one should I go with? There's so many good options. Elephants are great. I love them so much. Let's start with an easy reference just because, not easy, but like a very basic reference just because I don't want to intimidate anybody who might be drawing an elephant for the first time. So I won't start you off on the crazy poses. Let's start with a basic, just a basic elephant, shall we? Although I do like this one. We are going to draw that at some point. Alright. Basic elephant picture. Apparently I don't have very many. I'm trying to find one where it's mostly not obscured by either light or foliage, which is harder than you would think. Oh, here's a good one. This would be a good one to study. I feel like I've drawn that one on stream before. Oh, this is great. Right after I get done saying I'm not going to pick a hard pose. No, I'm just gathering stuff for later. I didn't quite have time to gather all my references right before stream. I did manage to post all my socials before stream started, which is like the first time I think that's happened in weeks. So I'm feeling a little proud of that. Oh shoot, I don't... Where's just a basic elephant where you can see its feet? Why is this so hard every time? Alright, we're trying one more time. Maybe an Asian elephant. We'll see if I can find an easy Asian elephant. Asian elephants are super hairy compared to bush elephants and African elephants. They're what you would think of when you think of like a circus elephant, and they also have a very distinctive back hump, which is not the way the back is shaped on an African elephant. Here, see? Look at that. It's like a high, it's like more toward the shoulder. They always remind me of like soft hills. And then an African elephant has a bump, but here's a great example. It's just pushed further to like, they almost have a saddleback, and then it's like humped in the rear. So it's a very different shape. Yeah. So that's one quick tell. Of course, the very obvious tell, I feel like, between the two critters is also going to be the ear shape. Most people know this. But the ear shape is significantly larger in the African elephant. It can be a little trickier with African elephants between the subspecies and, like, yeah, between African bush elephants, which are these right here, and forest elephants, which I don't have a picture of yet. But we will, because they are my favorites. They actually play a pretty major role in my comic, because I like them so much. Alright, well I'm just gonna use this one from the front view. I feel like you can see most of it. You can get a good idea of the feet. I know it's like head on, so that perspective can be a little tricky. I feel really bad about that, but let's just get started on this one, and then I'll pull up a skeletal reference. At least there's less of the body to draw, so you might feel like you're drawing less of the creature, right? That's a positive. Oh, hello Charlie's Dragon, how are you doing today? Don't mind me, just talking about elephants. Partial to African elephants, yes, me too. Yep, for sure, I am. They, I mean, they're all really interesting. Like, Asian elephants are interesting too. I think I just always grew up seeing Asian elephants, and so, like, I still remember the first time I saw an African elephant in person, and it was just, I don't know, it was really exciting. I have a few elephant characters drift. I do. I could draw one of them. I want to stick to drawing from reference in these morning warm-up streams. Honestly, it's kind of hard to distinguish them from any other elephant because they don't have, as you can see, the only distinguishing factors really are wrinkle patterns, maybe tusk shape, and ear notching. So ear notching can be a way you identify an elephant in the wild. For example, like this guy, although this is probably taken at a zoo, you can see like little tears that create certain patterns along the edge of the ear. Sometimes they look really frayed. Here's one that's got holes, right? There's some of that fraying. So this is like from fights, from getting it caught in trees and bushes, could be potentially from human encounters, like a spear was thrown or a bullet was fired. That's probably what that is. Yeah, so there's all kinds of ear markings. Like here's another, you can see big ones right here. But yeah, it's really pretty hard to tell the difference between different elephants because they are so uniformly colored and I guess designed. Like it's something I'm struggling with in Drift. Like I think that's why I'm only gonna have 2 main elephant characters that you see for the majority of the comic, because there are 2 different species, like 2 different subspecies, and they have big height differences. So it'll be easy to tell visually at a glance when reading the comic that they are different characters, but I still worry that when they're on their own, the reader's gonna be a little confused about who is who. So I'm gonna have to make extra efforts to like point out things like the curvature or the straightness of the tusk, for example. They're probably going to point that out about each other. Like maybe it's the first time one of them has ever seen another type of elephant. Anyway, but we'll talk more about Drift when I get back into Drift. We'll see. I don't know that I'll be drawing anything super stylized today. Eventually I do want to get into doing that, maybe toward the end of my warm-up streams. Because, you know, drawing from reference is great, but it's important to also talk about how you can, like, once you've drawn something, like, the way it looks, like, as close as you can get it, to learn how you can start to exaggerate those features. So maybe we'll do something like that at the end. We'll see how much time I have. Like I said, I'm preparing for a blizzard that's about to hit my area tonight. We're supposed to get about 2 feet of snow by tomorrow, so I'm going to be keeping a close eye, especially this afternoon's stream. Sorry, bad hiccups right now. I like inhaled my breakfast. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the weather, so should be fine this morning, but if you come back for sketching and drawing later today, I think I'll be doing, oh, it's the 3rd Wednesday, isn't it? Hold on. Is it Sea Slug Dragon Day? No, it's the 2nd Wednesday. Okay. So we'll be working on goat stickers this afternoon for that project probably that I would like to make heavy headway on today, so. But I may have to cut it short, so we'll see. All right, so when you are sketching, guys, for those who've hung out here before and sketched along with me, what I always recommend is setting a timer. If your goal is just to start your day with some warm-up sketches, they say 30 minutes of sketching to start off your day is a pretty good marker for kind of getting the kinks out and getting those creative juices flowing, getting you looking at shape and form. So what I'm doing right here is I'm actually approaching it, looking at it more sculpturally. So I'm drawing the like hollowed out pieces of the skull. But if it helps you, some people like to do things like, you know, draw a circle, find the eyes. I like to think about the skull. So here's the skull, here's the lower jaw. Down there, it's actually very human. The eyes are a little higher, obviously, but then you've got these big brow ridges. You've got this really impressive nose. What is this? Like nose crest? Why can't I? Bridge, like nose bridge. Sorry, I'm a little sleep deprived today, and the words may not come correctly today. So yeah, think about those things as you're drawing, and as you're looking at the reference, try and figure out why there's a bump there. Maybe go look at an elephant skull if you can find a better reference. I couldn't find one quickly, so I just kind of moved into this, but we will look at an elephant skeleton because they are kind of confusing creatures. A lot of people think of them as fat. They're not fat. They're just sturdy, big animals with big bones to carry a lot of weight. But this one's actually extremely, extremely malnourished or dehydrated. You're seeing there's just a lot of depression right there in the skull. And I'm not seeing a lot of like fullness in the belly, but could be dehydration. Looks like they're going to water. I don't know, or it could just be an older elephant. That's also possible, but this just seems like a really extreme skull cavity there. Okay, if anyone's interested in learning more about elephants, by the way, there's a great book called Elephant Memories that I highly recommend. It's a field biologist study, like a 30-year study of like basically what her observations of this one elephant herd that she followed. Her name is Cynthia Moss. I found it really, really interesting. I probably need to reread that book, and I think there's actually been like an updated version because there's been new discoveries and new observations over time, and especially with the forest elephants being a new subspecies, kind of a big deal. So not new, well, like new to our classification, but anyway, it's exciting is what I'm trying to say. 2 feet of snow, yeah, it's not gonna be great. I mean, it'll be pretty to watch from inside. Thankfully my day job has already called to cancel work tomorrow, so that's exciting. There's been times when that hasn't happened and it's been pretty sketchy, and I'm just really thankful that that's the decision that was made. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing a work from home day tomorrow. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to bring with me to make that successful. So that's kind of what I'll be doing right after stream today, is preparing to make sure I'm ready to just run out the door later if I need to during stream. And then I'm going to try and get as much stuff that I didn't finish from yesterday done today. Sorry, I thought I saw a spider. I don't think it's a spider. It did scare me a little. I don't mind spiders, but I do want to know where they are if they're in my vicinity. Did you know there's also, shoot, what is the name of that holiday? There was a really funny holiday I wrote on my calendar. I think it's tomorrow, but it's Save a Spider Day. So if you're somebody who always kills spiders, maybe consider, you know, just in honor of Save a Spider Day, consider doing what me and Mary May do and just have a spider cup and a card that are both designated for spider catching. I think it's tomorrow. It's also Pie Day tomorrow, so make a pie. Oh no. I'll be stuck home in the snow. I'm totally gonna make a pie and eat the whole thing. That's not good. Whew. I need to see if my neighbors want some pie. Yeah, anyway. And tomorrow's a lot of fun holidays tomorrow, but we'll see. I may be doing an extra stream tomorrow. Although I may be working on ghost stickers. But if I'm not working on ghost stickers, it's also learn about Butterflies Day and Mother Day. Like butterflies and moths could totally be a thing that we draw. At least do like an extra warm-up sketch stream or something, because I have a lot of work I need to do, but I still haven't gotten all my tax files together. It's like becoming a very big burning hole in my to-do list right now. Alright, so big shapes, right guys? Big shapes. So if it helps you, you can always draw into your sketch, especially if you're working digitally. It's pretty easy to backtrack out of that. But I highly recommend kind of getting an idea of where your shapes are supposed to be, so that you can just kind of form the creature around them. And it also helps you check proportion. So I can see that the bottom of this circle hits the trunk about yay far from the tusk, right? A little bit closer on this side. So that feels about right for right here. It's probably not perfect, but we're not really going for perfection, so it's okay. And then I can see right here there's the arm bone and then the elbow. Then you've got the forearm here. So just think of it like a really long human arm. And note where the elbow bends. There we go. Now we have a funny angle on the foot here, so I'm going to come back to that. For now, we're just going to draw a little shape. I love elephant ankles. I love how you can see, and this does really look like a slightly dehydrated or malnourished elephant, because I really shouldn't be able to see this much of the ankle bone underneath. I mean, this is a very thick hide on this creature, and there's a lot of like tissue in between the bone and the skin. But I can definitely see, like, you know, the feet are really far splayed, and there's not a lot of fat to kind of fill in this gap. So it's like there's the ankle right there. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. And then there's the heel. Or I mean, sorry, excuse me. The knee is up here. No, that is the heel. So this isn't the ankle. What am I trying to say? It's the palm part of the foot. I don't know. It's like the top of the foot. Anyway, you can, but the bone is what I'm trying to talk about. They have great heels and ankle structures that you don't normally see so much of. But you can see it right here too. Let me use a better color so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like I can see that the skin is kind of doing that thing. A lot of times when you look at these critters, there's a little more either hydration or body fat to kind of like even out these lines, so they're typically a little harder to see. Anyway, it's just interesting. It's interesting. Ahem. Would be great if I could find this ref somehow. Is it not pinned? I thought I pinned it. Hold on. Let me copy it and put it in Discord. I apologize. I thought it was on my page. Sorry about that. Let me get that in Discord. If anyone needs this reference, it is going in Discord right now. I apologize that it wasn't in the Pinterest board like I thought. Let's see. Oh, cute little elephant though. Look at that little baby elephant. Why is it not in my Pinterest? I could have sworn I did. No, it is. It's in the African bush. It's in the African bush / savannah reference. Amaze. I may have pinned it after you checked too, because I was kind of clicking around really fast. So I apologize if it didn't populate when you were in there. But maybe give it a refresh. Hopefully it'll show up. There's some really great poses in here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna draw a lot of elephants this morning. Okay. Thanks for pinning that, by the way. Let's see. The spiders haven't woken up here yet. Oh, that's good. I'm happy for you. One of these days, Amaze, I will be so ahead on my schedule that I will have time to, the day before, actually plan out all my references. I've only managed that like twice. I just have too many other things I have to do. This is definitely a little more fast and loose, so I apologize, but appreciate you finding it. Or finding something else to draw. Apologize for that. Okay. I wasn't actually planning on drawing the little baby, but maybe I will on a different section. I mostly wanted to look at big shapes here. So we have a nice front view of an elephant here. And some of these things are hard to like parse out until you actually add some color to the critter. But I forget, hold on, I don't want to say the wrong thing here. I'm pretty sure it's African elephants that have 2 fingers on their trunk. I think I'm going a little too exaggerated over here on the sway of this trunk. Hold on. There we go. Bring it back in, Casey. Okay, well, it's still a little too far over, but that's okay. I also have 2 cats, one which will hunt anything that moves, another that occasionally... Okay, spiders don't have good chances. That's fair. That's fair. Well, maybe it's a save a spider from your cat day. Yeah, it's a little chilly here today, actually. I probably won't see any spiders. I mean, literally tomorrow I'm going to be snowed in, so most likely the spiders have already found cozy hiding spaces to go into torpor and just kind of wait out the storm. So most likely I won't have a chance to celebrate either, but... Anyway, I just thought it was a funny holiday. Save a spider day. Okay. So, to this foot. Just remember to think about what's actually happening. So here's like the top of the foot coming forward. You could almost see it if you were to take a bunch of lines, kind of like we did with the trunk right here, honestly, and just kind of help you find the shape. I've seen some people do it like this. Sometimes that can be a little confusing to look at. But if you think of it like discs stacked on top of each other, right, and then they connect on the side, it can help you find that form. So try to think of it as a 3-dimensional object that you're just tracing over, or yeah, drawing around, I suppose. Something interesting to note too is the bottom of elephants' feet. A lot of people draw them really smooth, but they are not smooth. They are actually usually deeply creviced and almost look like chapped, like they really need lotion. But they have like these really, really meaty toe, like foot pads. So I tend to just kind of draw random lines, but basically there's a lot going on under there. It's not just a smooth surface. Something to maybe keep in mind if you plan on drawing elephants more. Drew the foot a little too small there. And so for the wrinkles, I always like to think of like the joints being the parts that have the most, kind of like your elbow, right? Like when you extend your elbow all the way, you'll see little small wrinkles around where, kind of like making almost a circle around the joint. It's sort of the same thing here. You've got kind of, you can see that shape. If I would just stop drawing in black so you could actually see what I'm talking about. And if you were to look at the back part of the elbow, you'd see the same thing. You see creases really heavily where the arm creases a lot. So if you want to draw some wrinkles on the elephant, I don't recommend drawing all the wrinkles, because when you take something like that and kind of flatten it into 3D, it can just look like a little confusing, I think, personally. So yeah, oops, should probably use the right color here. But if you want to do a few just to kind of imply those wrinkles, I think that's totally fine. Sometimes when I do the coloring, I'll incorporate the color or the wrinkles into the color portion. Oops, it looks like we got a bot. If only I could moderate my own chat. Let's see if I can beat a maze to it. Probably not. Nope, it doesn't let me do that. Thanks, Amaze. I need to screenshot what I'm actually seeing and have you show me what you are seeing and how I can also get to mod view, because I would love that. It would be so convenient for me. Yeah, it doesn't, I don't see anything that I can do about that, which is super frustrating. Like, it wouldn't even let me click a band by the name. Grr. It's very frustrating. Okay. All right. Yeah, I need to. I keep forgetting. If you happen to remember before I do, and I don't send you one, please shoot me a message. I'll try to do it after the stream today. Okay. Here's an elephant. Let's pull up an elephant skeleton. This song feels a whole lot louder than the last one, so let me just turn that down slightly. I'm not sure why it's like that. Okay, elephant skeleton. Okay. So since we're mostly drawing African elephants today, we're going to look at an African elephant skeleton. You can right away see some pretty big differences. I'll pull up both of these references. Oh, that's so small. Hold on. There has to be a better one than that. Oh, they're both really small. That's annoying. Are you bigger? Nope, they're all tiny. Okay, well, here's my very tiny African elephant reference. Let me see if I can find another one real quick, and if not, I will drop this in Discord, but yeah, this one might be a little bit better. This one's a little bit more clear. It's all in German though. Wait, is this one better? No. Why is it so hard to find a good reference? Loxodonta. I love that name. So good. Oh, this one's slightly bigger. Okay, found a slightly bigger version of this. Alright, we're gonna pin this later. Copy that, drop it in Discord. So let's draw an elephant skeleton just to kind of familiarize ourselves with what's going on underneath the critter so that you can figure out where things go. The carpals, that's what they're called. Jeez Louise. It's not the metacarpals, it's the actual carpals. I always forget about the carpals. Okay. Why didn't that paste? Oh my goodness. Technology! Come on now. Where are you? No, you're terrible. I don't want you. Oh, did you find it before me? God, Joey, you're so good at the internet. I am not. For some reason that didn't load for me. Don't know why. I think it's the same image that I had pulled up. Oh shoot. Now I've messed it up on my end. Oh no, did my internet die? No. What's going on? Why is nothing loading? Well, yeah, the feet are cropped for some reason in that one, but I had a bigger picture pulled up. I don't know where it went. Nope, why does it keep doing that? I don't know. It's a mystery. Oh my gosh, internet. Sometimes I really dislike you intensely. Oh my goodness, this is very annoying. Well, I had a bigger version of it, but this is the only one that I have now, and I have no idea where it went, so I can't pin it. And I don't know... There it goes. Good gravy. Okay. Good gravy, she said. Let's see. Let's draw an elephant, guys. Let's learn about what's going on underneath that thick skin. I need to get that song off of my playlist. Let's just delete it. It always has this really long pause afterwards, which I don't know why. Okay. So elephant shapes, guys. Yeah, that's okay. I don't know why that happened. The preview had the feet in the one that I found, but now I can't find it, so I'll just have to make a pen later. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little smaller actually, because it's hard to fit it all on the screen. So if this is your first time drawing from a skeleton, or drawing of a skeleton I should say, don't be intimidated. Don't feel like you have to draw all of it. What we're doing is looking for the big shapes. So we've got that mandible, the jaw that I was talking about, we've got the skull, and then that nose bridge starts to come out just a bit. So just draw the things that are going to help you find the landmarks for later. And it's also helpful to note where the tusks come out in relationship to the eye orbitals. So the eye right here, not this is not the eye. The eye is right here. This is that skull cavity I was talking about that you can really see in this creature, which feels a little bit abnormal to me, but note also the jaw shapes. So there's like a lot, like little smile, and then make it look like he's smiling. But yeah, there's a lot going on under the skin there. Alright, I'm not gonna try and get perfect here, as much as it bothers me to not make good lines. Come on, there we go. Alright. So, funny story about elephants. I've heard this anyway. I think it's been verified as true. But when they first found elephant skulls, or maybe they were mammoth skulls before they knew what elephants were. I don't know actually which order that came in, but either way, they found these big old pachyderm skulls, and they were like, hey, that looks like a cyclops. That looks like a giant human skull with big teeth and a big old eye in the middle. Because if you look at a elephant skull from the front, probably most people know this, but if you look at an elephant skull from the front, it just sort of looks, here's a photo of one. if you didn't have the full tusks, like if all you had was the head, that's why you see a lot of cyclopses drawn this way. Like their eyes are kind of like this in the middle, because they just kind of filled in that shape of the hole. They're like, what do you think that is? Must be a big eyeball. And it kind of looks like, you know, cheekbones and stuff. Here's these giant teeth. So they thought they had found these like ancient mythical creatures. It's kind of funny. You could see it, yeah. Yeah, likely a dwarf elephant skull on the Mediterranean island. Oh, cool! I didn't know that part. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So Greek mythology has a stake in the fossil record, I guess. Alright. Just gonna kind of draw the thick spine here. They've got these really, really big bones. Gotta support all that weight, all this muscle. These neural spines, now that I know what they're called, helping create that hump right there. So we talked about these a lot yesterday when I was looking at the differences between sheep and goats. And then you can see how they go down to make that saddle, and then they come back up. So that big hump is not a hip bone. The hip bone is down here. So if you see an elephant with like if you wanted to make it look malnourished, you could draw like a little bit of a dip behind the shoulder blade, because it's like the skin sagging against those neural spines and the blade. And just seeing more of that skeletal structure underneath. Or if you just see an elephant that way, you don't even have to be drawing it, you know? I'd always think of it as like, how can I incorporate this into a design? But yeah, so I'm not worrying about the outside right now. We're just drawing the inside. Focus, Casey, focus. Okay. Oh, hey Sloppy, how's it going? Yes, happy National Elephant Day, yeah. How are you doing? How goes the day? I do love an elephant. These are my favorite animals. I'm actually surprised I didn't know that this was coming up. I thought I had written all of the elephant holidays, so I think it actually is, I could be wrong. I think when I looked last night I saw that it's National Elephant Day in Thailand, but I feel like celebrating. Bringing out my inner Thai. I don't think I have very much of it, if any, but supposedly there is some East Asian DNA in me, so I'm allowed to celebrate this. Let's see. Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Alright, again, I'm not worried about like the details, so I'm not trying to do the exact amount of ribs. What I'm trying to pay attention to is like how far out the sternum goes. Look how heavily it's attached to this rib cage. I mean, very rarely, I think, will you ever see the ribs of an elephant, because they have so much, like all their skin and stuff hangs down here. But it's still good to note. You know, it's important stuff. These nice, thick forearm bones are, you could just tell they're just super load-bearing. Really, really sturdy structure here. You got those metacarpals and the little tiny phalanges that kind of make the shape of the foot there. And then you can see this big fatty foot pad that just surrounds the entire structure to give it a lot of cushion to make sure that this really, really heavy animal is not like hurting itself by standing on its tiptoes, basically. So it's got this nice, kind of like we actually have this too, just to a lesser degree in our heels. So humans and primates in general have this same kind of fatty foot pad. That's part of what helps us be plantigrade, is that we have that to kind of bear the weight of our bodies on our heels. So, kind of funny. Do you know the difference between bull and cow African elephants? Don't cows typically not have tusks? Well, I mean, they have, obviously they've got like mammary glands. Oh wait, how specific are we getting here? There's actually, I'm not sure about the tuskless thing though, I could be wrong about that, because I know there are some females that have tusks, but I think the tuskless gene is becoming more common in African elephants. Maybe I'm thinking of Asian elephants, the females don't have tusks. I mean, I know they do musks, I know that the males are bigger. Hold on, let me rethink this. I'm pretty sure female African elephants have tusks because they have to be able to protect their young from giant carnivores. But it's kind of confusing though, because like I said, there is like a growing prominence of the tuskless gene in African elephants because of the severe amount of poaching. like all the animals that have carried the giant tusk genes are being killed, and they're not able to pass on those genetics. So we're actually nature is selecting for us because of us. We're basically breeding out big tusks in elephants. I don't think it's ear size. All I can think of is must. Possibly tusklessness. I think that might be Asian elephants, though, the more I think about it. I don't know. I'll have to look it up later. It's been a while, honestly, since I've really studied elephants. So let me know. I'm liking the thinking. Oh boy. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that they have breasts. So that if we're not talking about those kinds of differences as far as breeding. Shoot, I'm trying to think if it's... I know there's a different number of toes between different species, and a different number of trunk fingers between, like, African and Asian elephants. I'm second guessing the tusk thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was just Asian elephants, but I could be absolutely wrong. You did say African elephants, right? Bull and cow African elephants. Shorter tusks, maybe? I mean, that's also hard to say because there's some female super tuskers, though. I don't know. I just want you to tell me now. I like learning things. Tell me things about elephants. I know there's female super tuskers. They're rare, but they do occur. I think there's only like 12 super tuskers left that we know about, anyway. Super tusker, by the way, is here. Well, I'll look it up. I'll show you a super tusker. There's a few documentaries that have come out about them, but they're like heavily guarded once they're found, because it's the genetics that basically carry the old, is it mastodon or mammoth tusk? It's like these genes that still grow these massive, massive tusks. Here's the super tusker. Right here. Come on, show the people. So here's the super tusker. He's obviously very old, or she. It's hard to tell. Might be female. I don't know. I think most of them are male, though. I do know it must be shorter mammary glands. Yes. The shape of the forehead. That's right. Yes, the males have the super rounded foreheads. I did know that, and I totally forgot. You're right. Shoot, I'm so sad. I'm ashamed. So this is what she's talking about. So this shape is male. So maybe I can go back and look at that super tusker and see if it's male or not. Okay, yeah, it looks male. It's just hard to tell because you can see what I mean about the sunken. When they're super malnourished like this, like we shouldn't be able to see this much of the bone. I mean, look at this critter. This is a very, very old creature, for sure, so it's having trouble maintaining its body fat. But it's also just like, it looks malnourished. And I mean, look at the surrounding vegetation. Like this does not look like a time of plenty, you know? So I think this is an old male during a drought. It looks like it's having a hard time. It's pretty sad. Pretty scrawny looking. Let me see if I can find a female. Oh, it's so sad. So here's hold on. There are some super tusker females, yeah. So maybe that is a female. And she just looks malnourished. That might be the same animal. That prominent eye ridge. That doesn't look prominent enough to me. Here we go. Here's definitely a female. For sure. So you can tell that this is a female. Again, looking extremely malnourished and probably an older individual. Like, look at this sway back here. Like, you can tell there's probably some back pain in this animal. But yeah, this like super angular, this super angular crown? I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Sloppy. I appreciate that. I forgot all about that. So that's part of why this looks so prominent. But I still feel like this is that's a lot of sinking in. I don't know. It's hard to say. Clearly I just need to refresh on my elephant knowledge, guys, so it's time to go read Elephant Memories again. We're gonna have a book club. How you doing, by the way, Slappy? I hope you're having a good day. We were just talking earlier about how we're expecting a blizzard here in Colorado tonight. So I'm trying to prepare for that. If it's just you and me. Alright. Not at the poaching, yeah. Let's see. Males have broader shape in the head. Yeah, yep. That's a she. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that was a she. There's no difference in tusk size between males and females, to my knowledge. I think the males tend to grow longer tusks on average, but I don't think that that's necessarily, like, it's not necessarily sexually dimorphic, yeah. You have to have chat Jeopardy. Yeah, I'm glad. Thanks for sharing the knowledge. Looks more like an elephant skin hung over something than a living animal. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. It looks like like, this is a healthy animal. You can see that there's less definition of the bone. You can tell there's a lot more fat and moisture on this critter, and it could be a younger male too. This one looks female for sure now that you said that, and I think I can also see a little bit of the mammary gland there, so that's helpful. You can see some mammary gland here, so it's obviously a good indicator, but it is helpful to be reminded about the how pointy their crowns can be. But it can be also misleading, because, like, you don't know sometimes if it's just an older creature or not. But I think you're right. I think this is female. She just doesn't... Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's a very skinny critter. It needs some water and some food. Yeah, here's another good one you can see, now that you've pointed that out. I'm so mad that I forgot that. It's been too long. And then you can see immediately after looking at so many African elephants, you can see all these differences, right, in the Asian elephant. So it's like this humpback almost shape that they've got compared to that splayback saddle, like of an African elephant. Like, just doing this and giving it bigger ears, like, it's going to look more like a little more obvious. But yeah. Now now you guys probably know this better than me, but isn't it is it the mastodon that was the ancestor of African elephants, and the mammoth that was more closely related to, well, not ancestor, but like more closely related to African elephants, and the mammoth that was more closely related to Asian elephants? Or is that just, I don't think that's two different words for two different creatures. There's like the woolly mammoth and there's the mastodon, I'm pretty sure. Give me more knowledge, chat. She needs some milk. Oh, I know, so sad, poor little baby. I ran outside. You're getting bamboozled by starlings. Oh no. They are bamboozlers. I had a starling outside my window yesterday on stream. It's very distracting. Not that I, need any help being distracted. Oh, speaking of, so okay, I haven't... squirrel. I haven't made the squirrel reaction or whatever it is yet. Squirrel redeem. I think that's what it's going to be, is a redeem. So when I start getting a little bit distracted, you can point it out to me. Oh, but I made a jump scare command. So if you see me getting jump scared, there's like a 15-second cooldown. I hope that's enough to kind of, that way in case a few people trigger it at once, only one time it will count. But it's like a jump scare counter for every time there's like an alert or something that scares me. So keep an eye out for that, guys. It's been happening so much lately. And it was something I meant to do anyway. And I hit my follower goal yesterday. That's right. I need to make a new follower goal. Shoot. I was wondering where that went. I didn't realize it like went away. Let's see. Start new goal. And thank you guys, by the way, if you are following. I do appreciate that. I just hit my 500 follower goal yesterday. So let's just do 600 because I don't know. We'll just make it real far away. Doop. Start goal. There. Did I do that right? Wait, why did the color change? Hold on. I wanted it to be green. I like the green one. Okay. There we go. Okay. Totally forgot that was a thing. How are you doing, by the way, Xyli? Thanks for joining. feel free to draw some elephants if you'd like to. We're just talking about, well, I keep getting distracted, but we are talking about the skeletal structures of these creatures. So that's why we drew this little skull and bones reference really fast. But let's get back into drawing some actual elephants. If I can find my mouse here. I think this one's too blurry. I'm not going to use this one. I just did that one. I have so many. I'm perpetually tabs. I kind of want to draw a Super Tusker, but this one just looks so sad. I don't know. I'll copy it and we'll see. Maybe I'll draw it later. I think some of it's the angle too. It's like really emphasizing the boniness because you're seeing those big ankles and like kind of the underside of all of it. Poor old Super Tusker. I'm not gonna draw a skull today, I don't think. This isn't a bad reference, it's just the feet, guys, the feet. Oh, that's a much better one. The angle though, dang it. Feet, angle. It's kind of blurry. Why is everything so blurry? I like this one a lot. Can we draw this one? I want to draw this one. Look at that pose. You can just see like all the bones we just drew. Like you can see even its like rib cage right here. Kind of, I don't know if it's the skin sagging that's making it more emphasized or the muscles popping out in the bones. This looks like a very young male. Like he's got his little mouth open. Oh, it's so cute. We have to draw this one. And this one is pinned. I got this one off of my Pinterest board, but I will post it in chat over on my Discord. So if you need this reference photo, you can find it on Discord. A silly baby elephant? Absolutely we can. I think I have one pulled over right now, but hold on. Pulled over. Like I'm an art cop. I have one pulled off to the side here, I think. Let me see if I can find it. I need to close. Part of why I can't find anything is because I just have too many tabs open. Thought I had a baby in here. Here's a Super Tusker. We'll probably draw an Asian elephant at some point, but... well, maybe I don't. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Well, I did pull this one. I really like this angle. I think I'm like 99% sure I've drawn this photo before, but it's not gonna hurt to draw it again. It's a good reference. Oh, I have that baby. I have some other silly babies. We'll do a silly baby. I do love a good baby elephant. Isn't it cute? Look at that little pose. He really wants that tree. Just gonna get up on those hind legs and get it. Okay. Oh, there's a silly one. He's so cute. I'm pretty sure I took this from a screenshot of a show. But here's a much better version of that image. Okay. Look at them! This is an older baby elephant, but those ears. Those ears are just so... These actually look like forest elephants, actually. So here's... the ears are actually a big tell. Do you see how round and almost mouse-like the ears look? And how straight the tusks are? Like they're almost pointing straight down? Those are some dead giveaways that these are forest elephants, other than obviously the forest in the background, but they actually live in much smaller family groups, so they don't... Oh, sorry, this music's so loud again. There we go. So they live in much smaller family groups, and they kind of come to these big gatherings in the forest, like at these certain mineral pools and watering holes, I guess. And so they'll kind of do all their socializing there, but then they'll scatter off into their smaller family units and go forage in the forest for a while. So they're kind of interesting. Oh my gosh, yes, there's such good studies for skin folds. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these are forest elephants because that round shape of the ear, it's not quite as angular. Like if you look at this bush elephant right here, it's almost like a triangle. Looks like a Dorito. or you know, the continent of Africa, that's what a lot of people say. But you can see it's like rounded here, and then it kind of comes to a point. Whereas you have the forest elephant that's almost like like a mouse. It just looks like a mouse's ear to me. Like this shape. Yeah. I mean, it does have a little point down here, I guess, but do you see what I'm talking about? Like how round most of that ear is? I hope you do. I hope that makes sense. Because you can really tell that this is, it's got more of a tapered off point here, and this is just like round, 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 round point, and then it connects to the face right there. Anyway, or to the neck. So yeah, these are forest elephants. I would bet that these are forest elephants. And they also just look shorter. See how they look so small? At first I thought this was a young, like an older young elephant, but I can see that, I mean, it still might be, but just because it's so energetic. But I can see this baby right here compared to its mom or sister, who knows? It's hard to tell with these. Anyway, these are forest elephants for sure. And it's also, another giveaway is this coloration. This is that mineral clay I was talking about. Do you see how it looks like they're almost, sorry, I'm getting kind of nerdy about this, hold on. It's just really interesting to me. Do you see how it's almost like a white speckling on the body? That's not skin markings. They are actually a very smooth and much less wrinkly version. You can tell already. I mean, look at this much smaller wrinkles here compared to like the heavy wrinkling you see. Like the heavy small wrinkles, I guess, if that's a word I can say. Even in the trunk, like look at how heavy and thick those wrinkles look. And then look how smooth and small these lines look comparatively. They also tend to have very, very hairy trunks. I feel like I heard there was a theory that they might function like cat whiskers as they're kind of moving through the forest and finding their way through the trees and the heavy underbrush. They kind of feel around with their trunks. And so they have these really long hairs that come off of their trunks. So yeah, there's a ton of differences between these two species. It's super interesting. I don't believe that they are actually close enough that they can even, I don't know if they can interbreed. I should probably look that up before I say that on stream, because I'm not totally sure. I don't know that they can. They might be able to. I don't know. I mean, definitely Asian and African elephants can't. They're way too far separated. Anyway, forest elephants, guys. We found them. We're gonna draw them. I meant to find a silly baby elephant, and I just found a mini elephant. Okay, that was exciting. Is anyone else excited? I'm excited. I want to draw this fun pose first. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to draw it. I guess I'll just keep it where it was. It's fine. And we'll put you down here. Okay. So exciting. What is this? Oh. Super duper. Gonna mean it's gone. Cars are moving like a half a mile an hour in time. Passengers holding goodbye. I believe the world's going to the ground. Let's see. Elephants. Oh, hold on. Mastodons are outside of elephant. Oh, interesting. In the family that contains Asian elephants and mammoths. Okay. I thought they were different. I just didn't realize. I didn't realize they were outside the family. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you. Woolly mammoths are closely related. Yeah, I knew that because of the cloning project or whatever. Is it loud? Oh, I see. Yeah, I think it was. Let me know if the music is weird, guys. I'm sorry. Check this little fella out. Okay. Oh, that is such a good picture. Oh my gosh, I'm pinning that immediately. Oh my goodness. Look at those bush elephants. Also called savanna elephants. I think the bush term is confusing sometimes. Let's see, we go. Oh my gosh, I love elephants, you guys. They're so great. Okay, sorry I was pinning that picture because I don't want to lose it. Alright, let's draw this fun pose. So, now that we've looked at the skeleton here, remember, we're going to be using this for reference because this is kind of a tricky pose, so don't be afraid to kind of like reference back to your skeletal structure. Think about what you just drew to kind of help you know where to put things, but I mean, you know, you can kind of see, like, here's that hip bone. Well, here it is right up against that rib cage. So you can see the hip bone making that shape. And then you can see the, what's this called? Shoot, I forget. It's part of the hip bone. It's like part of the pelvic bone. Anyway, you can see like the muscle would attach here to bring to the leg, and that's why you can see, I need to stop using black so you guys can't see anything I'm drawing. You can see the muscle and the knee and like all these big details, some great wrinkles where the basically calf muscle is kind of bunched up against that there's a hamstring, that one. So right there we've got our elephant leg. The skin is stretching really nicely. Just lots of great shapes here. So pay attention to your big shapes first, as always. So we're gonna draw our rib cage, our skull. Use circles if you like. Sometimes that can be a little easier. I like to draw the shoulders. The shoulders are a pretty big feature here on an elephant. You can see that back shoulder blade right there. So I'm going to do the shoulders on top of the chest cavity, but I'm going to get that drawn first. Actually, you know what? I am going to draw the ribcage. It just makes more sense to me, and then I can know where to place stuff. Okay. Now, it's fun seeing this angle of an elephant, because I feel like it's really hard to find underjaw shots of elephants, which is part of why I like this picture, because you can really see those mandibles right there and kind of how the skin connects. They don't often raise their heads so high. I feel like they usually carry, you know, it's a heavy feature, right? So I'm sure they just carry them in a more comfortable place. Yeah, the muscles involved to like lift this head. Pretty intense. You do not come from the land down under, sir. You come from Africa. Oops, I lost my chat. Hold on. Hey Raga, how's it going? Oh, thank you for the save. I don't think I've actually saved today. Appreciate that. Good save. Old enough to go from cute to terrifying. Wait, what? Elephants are great studies for... Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's true. When they get big enough, it's like, right, this is no longer a cute bluff charge. This is like, you could probably kill me. I see what you're saying. Now that I've learned something new, I can go to bed. Okay, bye, Sloppy. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad that I was. Hey, you taught me something too, or at least helped me pull something out of the deep recesses of my memory. I totally forgot about the head shape. I'm still sad that I forgot about that. Don't apologize for weird music on it. Thanks, Kev. How you doing, by the way, Kevin? Oh, I can't even read that whole. My mouth is empty, so what's the point of me putting up extra? Tell me more about how you really feel, Kev. Are you a little frustrated? Your punctuality is appreciated. Bush and forest elephants can interbreed, okay, but there hasn't been much gene flow between them where their habitats overlap. Yeah, that's great, though. That means that they're not desperate to find mates, which is good. That's a good indicator. Unlike, you know, coyote-wolf hybrids here in the States. That's a big problem. They actually say there's almost no pure... Because wolves became so close to extinction, or became so few, I guess, there's not really... There's very few purebred wolves these days. A lot of them have interbred with, like, dogs and coyotes, like people's dogs, just running around. I think I read somewhere that wolves, if you ever see a black wolf, that's actually almost 100% that it's a dog. Like, it's got a significant amount of domestic dog in it. I guess the black gene is really strong or something. I don't know. Something worth looking into, I think. But we're not talking about wolves today, so. Alright, I'm doing the thing I always say not to do, so don't do what I'm doing right now, guys. I am drawing the details before I get my shapes down. This is why you shouldn't do that, because it will mess you up. So, shapes first, big shapes first, and then we can draw details. It always goes so much better if I just remember to do that. I just get so excited about, like, I love the shape of this arm. I just want to draw it so badly. That's the problem. It will come, it will come. Patience. Patience, Casey. I do feel like I have drawn this before. And I feel like I did maybe a better job last time. Okay. Pre-mating isolation barriers rather than post-mating. Wait, what? I would love to know more about what that means, if you feel like explaining. Elephants are okay, let's not hype them up too much, gotta keep them humble. I disagree, Kev, I gotta say. I mean, I hear you. Don't want to give them a big head, but let's be honest. They've already got a pretty big head. I mean, that's real big. She's got a very big head. You know, I think we've done enough to knock the elephants down. I think we can lift them up a little bit.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
This is just such a funny pose to see an elephant in. It's like, I love the tail for balance. Like, that's so funny to me. Like, is that really helping that much? Like, it's not just drooping, it's like trying to help balance by stretching out. See that that stiff spinal curve right there? It's trying really hard to do anything. Oh my goodness. It could also just be the stretch too. Like maybe the muscles are just reflexing and making the tail stretch out. There's a documentary. If anyone wants to know more about forest elephants, actually, I might link a little documentary in chat. If anyone does want to learn more, I just watched it recently. It was really good. I think I have it bookmarked. Hold on. If I can't find it in like 1 minute, I will stop looking and link it later. But I'm pretty sure I just... In fact, maybe, I wonder if I can just type in forest elephant. I just have so many categories on my YouTube playlist. No, that's not it. That's not it. Maybe... Oh, here it is. No, forest elephant. It's like a clip from it. It was either Nat Geo or it was BBC. Shoot. Alright, I'm gonna have to find this later. It's probably in my watch history because I spent... It may have actually been on Netflix. I'll find it. I'll find it. And I'll let you guys know. It's a good one. If anyone has Netflix, feel free to look up and see if you can find what I'm talking about. I'm fairly certain it was either Netflix or Hulu. Right, mystery trunk is a mystery because it goes off into the trees. So we'll just copy that there. I do love that you can really see the stretch of this, I don't know, it's just fun to see the trunk and the tusks at a totally unusual angle here. You can see the skin stretching between them really nicely. And I love his little, I can't tell if it's like a pixelation issue with the picture, but I think, I could be wrong, but it kind of looks like he's got his mouth open a little bit, like he's making an ooh face. And I'm just gonna draw it that way because it makes me happy, so saying ooh. Maybe not quite that big. But he's got his little mouth open, like he's just so excited about this this meal he's about to have. It's so cute. Oh, and I've also thought, I think I've brought this up on stream before, but I've thought about these warm-up streams where I do like a specific animal. I've thought about calling them, instead of just like warm-up stream, I mean they are warm-up streams, but like because we're so focused and we end up talking so much about like other just like animal facts and just learning about the animal too. I was thinking about calling them Casey's Creature Feature instead of just warm-up streams, so I might start labeling them that way. And I don't know, I might even start tagging them that way just to see if it's a little easier for me to keep track of stuff. That's why he looks weird. His head is too close to his body. For shame. For shame.
But I'm totally happy to do the first creature feature as elephants because they are great. But I feel like, I don't know, I kind of want to make it more obvious what's happening, I think, with my scheduling as part of why the naming matters to me a little bit. Drew that ear too big. I think I just drew his head too small. Yeah, his head's a little too small. I'm trying to figure out what the issue is here. It's bugging me. Oops, I froze Sai. It is now frozen. There we go. Seems like everywhere I go. Oops, I broke chat again, sorry, hold on. Logically, I know bush is different from forest and the Loxodon to Africa doesn't just live in grasslands. Yeah, no, it's confusing for me too, as a native English speaker also. I think it's it refers to the bush as like a place that is very scrubby, yeah. Like it's just a term. But yes, I agree. I think of like bush and forest and growth and foliage. I'm right there with you, Charlie Dragon. Even if I were to say savannah elephant, it would be strict. Yeah, that's true. It's because it's not just in the savannah. They also spend a lot of time in the desert. So I think either way, we just have a rough go with what to call those things. But I think I lean towards savannah elephant just because I think of the savannah more as a region of Africa rather than a ecological type, I suppose. Like I don't think of it as a biome. I mean, like, I guess it is, but I don't think of it as just grasslands, I suppose. But it is tough, yeah. They're really complex for sure. Average library office thoughts. Wait, what? Do you think Hannibal actually rode elephants over the Alps? Where did he get them? What did they eat? Wait, I don't even know what you're talking about. Why don't we ride elephants over mountains today? They do kind of in Thailand, in like East Asia. They do kind of ride elephants over pretty rugged terrain. Did he feed them peanuts? Probably not. I think elephants might like them as snacks, but I don't think they like them as much as the 1940s cartoons would imply. I think that was more of a commentary on circus snacks than anything. Pre-mating isolation barriers are things that prevent gene flow between closely related species before mating occurs. Oh, okay. So like just because like of regional isolation, is that what you mean? There's also post-mating pre-zygotic barriers. Oh my. Interesting. Does a version of a mule but for elephant exist? Like, so you mean like a sterile crossbreed? I think that's pretty common for a lot of hybrids to be sterile. Casey's creature feature, but Casey's super ultra mega animal doodle time of epicness just kind of rolls off the tongue. It sure does, Kev. Man, you have such a way with words. Really know how to get to the heart of a thing succinctly, clearly. Really appreciate you picking up what I'm putting down there. All right, I feel pretty confident about this. I'm gonna move on to the next image here. Did I post that in chat? I'm sorry, I can't remember anymore. I'm gonna post this one as soon as I find the selection box that I can't ever find. Is anyone else getting a bunch of snow today, or is that just us? There you go. And just for fun, in case anyone wants to draw these hyper forest elephants that are all excited down here in the corner. Forest elephant. Charge. Look how tiny. Look how little. Wow, I can't type. Here we go. Okay. And then last but not least. Baby elephants. Alright, there's lots of options in chat. These are probably some of the ones I'll be drawing at the very least. Ow. Sorry. Let's draw this guy. Scoot him down a little bit. think if I do draw this one, I'm just gonna draw the running one, so there we go. Ooh, this is like early 2000s music, guys. Sorry about that, it's a little awkward. Nope, not select. Okay. Asian elephant, hybrid elephant. Yeah, there has been at least one, but it died after a few days. Oh, wow. It was just viable enough to make it to the end of gestation, but not really viable post-birth. Yeah, I thought they were too distant to actually be. I actually didn't even know that they could produce an offspring. That's news to me. So, that's okay, I do the same thing, Kev. Mating may occur if relation doesn't happen, some mechanical barriers like anatomic incompatibilities. Oh, ducks, yeah. Oof, yeah, let's just leave it at that. But yes, ducks. Yikes, ducks. Interesting. Live in San Francisco, so no. Yeah, okay, but probably not a lot of snow. Well, if you want to see some snow, there's a good chance that I will be able to show you some snow for my second stream today later, that I'll be doing at 4. It looks like it's already actually started raining a little bit, so that's going to be turning into snow later today. And by the time I am streaming again at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which I guess would be 3 p.m. Pacific, yeah, by that time today, it's going to be quite snowy, by like 5 my time, I think, supposedly. I don't know, sometimes things change. I like to say the mountains do what they want, because they kind of just do what they want. But yeah, I'll try and turn my camera around now that I have a camera that can actually do that, and show you some snow. That makes me believe. I love this critter just because you can really see those carpals, like those bones kind of jutting out and making that shape. You can almost see the forearm muscles here, the elbow is right there. See that bicep, like it's a really clear, once you've looked at these things and like kind of thought about where the muscles would attach, it's a lot easier to make sense of just like a mass of wrinkles. Like a lot of people look at elephants and they just see wrinkles, like they don't understand what's going on under them. But once you've studied a little bit of that, you can start to like pick up on it as you are working. It's kind of fun. It's one of the many joys I feel like of creature design is that once you understand these basics, that it helps you to be able to jump into like designing a griffin or a dragon or a sea creature or whatever, you know? It's fun. It's a fun time. This song is so silly. Other post-meeting pre-zootic berries are just straight up incompatible gametes? I don't know what that is. Fertilization happens, but the egg is not fertilized, and so the zygotic mortality. Yeah, that makes sense. Nothing can develop. That makes sense for sure. I kind of figured that was most closely related species that weren't quite close enough. I figured that would be kind of like what would happen, but then there's post-meeting berries, which are things that occur after mating is successful. Choice. There's have you heard, Sloppy Salamander, of there was a mule that got pregnant not too long ago. It was in the news because it's like it's not supposed to be possible, right? Like they're supposed to be infertile for a lot of those reasons. But something happened, something incredibly rare. Something super, super rare happened. I think it was like I can't remember. Was it a mule? It was a donkey hybrid of some kind. Yeah. But I can't remember what the specific thing was that happened. You should look it up. Maybe you're already familiar with it, but I thought it was really interesting. Like, it gave birth. I think her name was like Dolly or something, or Molly. I could be wrong. I read this, I think, like a year or two ago. It's some article. I think it It happened within the last decade. Like, it's pretty recent. Check it out. There was a whole story. I think there was like a study, maybe a study done, or like there was some university that was trying to get a hold of the creature or the offspring. I think they may have gotten some DNA or something. I don't know. It was super interesting because they just kind of let this mare wander around with the stallions because they're like, well, there's no issue here. Like, and then all of a sudden one day she was like, she got real fat and was like, and then gave birth, and they're like, wait a minute, we thought this was scientifically impossible. I think it's like the first recorded time that that's ever happened or something. I don't know. Look it up. It's interesting stuff. Love elephants so much. They're so cute with their little ankly bits and their little knobbly knees. Ah, love them. 'Cause love's gonna get you down. Top 10 elephant facts. Oh boy, here we go. I'm not gonna lie, Kev, I don't totally trust everything you type. But let's see. Let's see what you got. Maybe you'll surprise me. Kind of, at this point, I'm just sort of assuming what you were saying has a little bit of tongue-in-cheek in it. That seems to be the vibe I'm getting. I know we've only just been introduced, but alright, we should probably work on the actual face here. Does anyone else really like how this elephant sort of looks like it's smiling? Just a little bit. It's kind of endearing. I really like it. If they feel like it, they can get kind of big. Not all of them have tusks, but when they do, they're pokey. Yeah, I can't imagine where I would get this impression. Kind of stinky. Yeah, I suppose if you're not near them when they're taking care of business. They have long noses, so don't stand in front of it when they sneeze. Gross. Natural enemy of the sea slug dragon. Average size. Oh my gosh, here we go. Yeah, that's happening. It's happening again next Wednesday. So if you need to come refresh your memory on size dragons are coming out. Cute little feet, but also not little. They do have cute little feet. I agree. That's probably the statement there I agree the most with. I've vetted these facts. They're all correct. Thanks, Sloppy Salamander. Oh my gosh, I appreciate you, Kev. Thank you. Thank you for sharing these facts that are indeed facts. Oh my gosh. If they feel like it, they can get kind of big. I don't know about that one. I question that one. I feel like they don't have a whole lot of say. Did you guys see the video of the dwarf savanna elephant that they saw recently? It's got dwarfism. Have you seen that? Hold on, we have to watch this. It's a male. And he has a ton of personality. I don't want to get in trouble for the audio being on this video, but I'm just going to show you on screen here. So this is a dwarf elephant. And he's about to walk next to some others. Look! Look at him! Like, you can see the proportions. Oh, it's not a savanna elephant. It looks like it's an Asian elephant. I lied. I didn't actually know which species it is. So it is an Asian elephant. Again, the big tail is the hump. And then also the ear spotting. That's a very Asian elephant thing. But still, isn't this intense? Like, he's squaring off with this other male right here. Like, you can't tell him somebody was calling him like the Tyrion Lannister of elephants. He's so cute and he just has so much personality. I love it. But look, he's in must. That's what that is right there. So when they start to sweat like that, it's actually it's a sign that they're don't get near them, one, because they're super aggressive. But males do that when they are in rut, basically. It's like elephant rut. Isn't that funny? He's so cool. Anyway, they just spotted this critter pretty recently. Although, I don't know, it says 10 years ago, so maybe not. Maybe I just started seeing video of it recently. Either way, it's recent news to me, and it's adorable. Helena, hello, how are you? Good to see you. How's it going? Welcome to our sketch stream. So we're studying elephants today. It's National Elephant Day. So we've been looking at elephant anatomy, talking about how to find the forms and shapes and things. And yeah, kind of halfway through drawing this guy, or girl, I should say. Well, how are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Speaking of just being recently introduced, Helena is it Helena or Helena? I don't know if I'm actually saying it correctly. But she's like a variety streamer, but does a lot of art. So if you guys want to go see some very, very beautiful work being done, go check out her work. Let me see if I can sneak in a shout out before Maze beats me to it. Helena. Nope, he beat me. He's so much faster. Whichever you like. You don't have a preference? I don't know which one I like. I just don't want to say it the wrong way. I feel like I heard Anthony saying something like this about your name the other day. About how you won't tell him which way to say it. That's funny. Well, yeah, go give her a follow. I just kind of came across her work recently. I think I met her through Chakuri, maybe? The first time. I think I went in on a raid, and then I saw her again in Anthony Wheeler's stream the other day. But I hope things are going well for you. We're talking about elephant facts today. The plant material is so unprocessed that sometimes used for making paper. Wait, what? Elephants' digestive systems are so inefficient that fruits that are expelled by them still have nutritional value. That is crazy. It's a lot like horses. Horses are like that too. Like after they've gone through the system, the seeds can still grow. It's crazy how inefficient some herbivores' systems are. Elephant probably just didn't feel like being big. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Oh my goodness. Generally the best and only good thing about the Game of Thrones. I've never seen it and I don't plan to. Yeah. He lacks in size and makes up for his personality and his unusual knack for baking pear apple tarts. Advice given to 6-year-old short king Kev from Mama Kev? Wait, what? Wait, a 6-year-old short king Kev from Mama Kev. So your son said this to your mom, or to his mom. That's adorable. Well, good. I'm glad that there's good personality and that you see some similarities there. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to catch up with chat. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. He's a little derp. He seems like good people though. I've only recently met him as well. I mean, I've only recently met pretty much everybody on Twitch actually. As I think I've mentioned a few times. Like I'm just trying to get back into like being social on Twitch, and I used to stream on Twitch a lot more often, but I didn't really like mingle. I was kind of intimidated by everybody in the art community. I was like, oh, they're so talented, they're so good, I don't know what to say. Like I'll just lurk and watch and like quietly admire. And I've decided this year, now that I'm getting back into Twitch, I'm like, I'm just gonna talk to people, and if they don't want to talk to me, that's fine. Like I won't be offended. Anyway, I'm glad you're doing all right today. I hope all right goes to a whole lot better for you really soon. What's your favorite elephant fact? We've come to the conclusion that we like their feet. We are feet. They're cute. Look at them though. They are like they have these little bell shapes. They have really nice knobbly knot ankles that are actually carpals. They sometimes look like that. Like they're great. Look at these mouse ears. We were talking about the difference between African savanna elephants and African forest elephants. One of the big giveaways, when I realized that I was looking at a forest elephant, is the ear shape. So this is kind of hard because it's like flapping, but you can see it's like a super round, almost mouse or rodent-like, compared to like the jagged-edged Africa-shaped ear of the savanna elephant. Another big tell is you can see the curve of the tusks of the savanna elephant, right? It's hard to tell from this angle because it does look like it's curving a little, but forest elephants have almost straight down tusks. Like they might curve a little at the end, but for the most part, like they kind of go like this. Like they're just... And it's because of the purpose. They spend a lot of time sticking their tusks into the ground and like digging for those minerals, and that's what they're covered in right now, all these little spots. That's the dried white clay of this mud. There's a certain mineral they're after, so they'll actually eat the mud to get this mineral in their diet. And they're much smaller, much smaller than savanna elephants, so but that's hard to tell when they're not standing side by side. So anyway, that's what we've been talking about today. Instead of being scared of artists, you should have busted out the top 10 elephant facts. I should have, you're right. You like their big ears? Their big ears are good. Then you are going to be a huge fan, Helena, of the forest elephant, because the forest elephant has the biggest of the ears. They're so round. When they're babies, hold on. They look like hold on. Okay, baby forest elephant. Because their ears are so big. When they flare them out like that, they just look like round... I gotta find this documentary for you guys. There's not a good example here. Some of these are savanna elephants. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think the memo has gotten out. Yeah, I don't think the memo is out to the Google image people. Oh wait, here's an African forest elephant baby. Look at these ears! Look how big they are! They're so cute. And then when they run at you, they're just like, they're so round. When they're really little, it's super obvious. Anyway, this is a pretty good example. And then you can also see those little tusk hairs, or trunk hairs I was telling you guys about. So the forest elephant has a super hairy trunk, and you can kind of see those little hairs catching sunlight. Also, just kind of a hairy baby in general. But these hairs on the trunk don't really go away. They kind of just remain throughout their adult life and kind of act like little whiskers. So, anyway, they are pretty cute. Pretty cute. I have to agree. I have to agree that that's probably one of the better parts. Those ears. Ugh, I wish I could work at like an elephant sanctuary or volunteer at one, just so that I could pet elephant ears. But I bet they're so cute. They give me cute anger. Do you guys get cute anger when something is just like unbearably cute and you can't help yourself? You just start to get angry because it's so cute. And it's not like a real anger, that's why it's called cute anger, but it's like, ah, so cute. That kind of anger, you know? There's a term for that. I think I heard they've come up with like a name for what that feeling is. Like how you want to pop bubble wrap when you're looking at cute animals or something. I don't know. Like you want like this urge to squish a cute thing, a small cute thing. It's very hard to resist. People tell you you're cute when you're angry. Oh my goodness. Of course, flying elephants. Oh my gosh, yes. The little known documentary Dumbo, they can use the ears to fly. Yeah, that's definitely facts right there, Kev. I also find it intimidating to streams I don't know. I feel, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you feel a little bit better here. But yeah, I totally know what you mean. If they don't talk, move on. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect everyone to just like stop what they're doing and give me their undivided attention or anything, but you know, there's some people, like there's some really busy pros on here, and you know, if you catch them at a time when they're trying to hit a deadline and they're just streaming for just to stream, like they may not be in a chatty mood, and I get that. But it is cool. It is really cool when, especially like an artist you admire or have followed for a long time, like I was on a stream of Aaron Blazes the other day, and I was just like, what? Aaron Blaze is on Twitch? There's quite a few. There's quite a few big names around here. It's kind of crazy. And just the fact that he'll like stop and respond to chat, you know, as he's drawing. And he's so fast. Oh my gosh. He's so incredibly quick. Like, the man knows where to put the pencil stroke, for sure. Got to be another. Okay. Oh, you just got his classes? No way. Wait, are you really? Are you serious right now? He had a sale where he put 2 of his classes on for $1. I saw that. I think I missed it. He does it every once in a while. He's pretty prolific with like putting his work out there, which is impressive. Let's see, the image of a baby is tagged as a savannah elephant on Wikipedia. Oh, is it? Yeah, but I don't know how accurate that is, because I found it in an article that was talking about, and it could be that the article was wrong. The article I pulled it from was talking about like forest elephants and the danger that they're in. Well, shoot. Critically endangered forest elephants spotted, including 3 babies. African forest elephant. Yeah, I don't know. I got it from this. I don't know. Who knows where this could just be an image farm too. Yeah, now that I'm scrolling, maybe this isn't. Oh no, this is a forest elephant. This is actually a good example of what I was talking about with those mostly straight tusks and the super round ears. And you can also see the darker colored tusks. So if you look at a lot of poached ivory, they're actually realizing that a lot of poached ivory is coming from forest elephants, and that's part of why they've been so hard to study, is because they're in such sharp decline for so long. We just didn't realize that it was mostly this one species. But if you look at like piles of African ivory, a lot of it's this darker yellow, and that's the color that I think it's the color that they get from all the like digging in those colorful minerals that they're covered in that you can see right here. So I don't know. I think this is another forest elephant. I think this page is mostly forest elephants. Like you can just see again those super rounded. They're not jagged at all, those ears. I don't know, but the yellow tusks are a giveaway for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell on the internet. Okay, here's definitely a forest elephant baby. 100,000,000% that is a forest elephant baby right there. Look at that. Look at that cutie. It's all on his carpals that are not ankles. I'm gonna stop calling them that. I guess they kind of could be. Anyway, his wrists leaning forward, drinking this mineral water. But yeah, even as babies, you can see well, it's hard to tell because it's covered in the minerals, but look at those hairs! Look at those trunk hairs! Look how long they are. What a face. You guys really wanted to see this, right? This face, exactly, of an elephant. That's what you wanted this morning? I think it's really cute. And very funny. I don't know. Yeah, it could be that this is actually a savanna elephant. It's very possible. I mean, it does look like it's in the savanna. It's not necessarily a giveaway, but yeah, maybe it is. Maybe. Still real cute, though. These are also very cute. Holy cow. Okay. Let me catch up again. And then the mother runs at you and kills you for touching your kid. Yeah, exactly. Well, it'd be a rescue amaze, so like they wouldn't have the moms around. It would just be people and elephant pets. Yeah, he's over on Twitch, Sloppy. Yeah, Aaron Blaze. I think you bought all his brush packs and most of his classes on Black Friday when everything was on sale for like $5. That's awesome. He does seem like a really nice guy. Yeah, I don't know if he streams on Twitch a lot, but I have caught a few of his Twitch streams over the years. I think it's just Aaron Blaze. I don't even think it's... Let me give him a shout out. If anyone doesn't know who I'm talking about, oh, it's Aaron Blaze Art. Okay. I don't think he's streamed recently, but he has some highlights from the past few years of streams, I suppose. I think he sort of streams randomly when he has time, maybe. Anyway, I'll give him a little shout out here so people can go follow him. Oh, Amaze did it. Amaze is so fast. Call me crazy, but I do want to put my hand in his mouth. No, I hear you. I hear you. I definitely hear you. Save. Aw, thanks, Raga. You're so good at reminding me. I appreciate the help. I need help reminding myself to save so badly that it's not a redeem, it's just a command. Anyone at any time can remind me to save. If you feel like I haven't done it in a while, you're probably right. I probably haven't. I'm so bad at it. Save. Here we go. Saved. That's not a forest elephant. Maybe that's a forest elephant toddler. Very easily confused to the amateur elephant appreciator, but it's okay. You know, you're so gracious, Kev. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I have a question for you, Kev. I'm so confused right now because it says there's like a little icon by your name, if I can ask, and it says listening only. But then also you're able to see these pictures, right? I'm really confused. How is that possible? How do you do that? What does that mean? Is that like an app thing? Is that a I'm watching on the phone app indicator? I don't understand Twitch still. I'm still learning about Twitch, guys. Help me learn about Twitch. What do these things mean? Oh, so it's on mobile. Okay. Cool. Thank you. But it isn't enforced. Wait, enforced? What does that mean? Enforced. Is it bad? On PC you can do it too. Oh, I don't know what it does. Does it mean it just turns off the video, like it becomes a podcast? So are you just imagining these elephants, Kev? Are you not actually seeing them? Like if I describe an elephant with whiskers on its trunk, are you like trying to just manifest what that looks like without without visuals? Ugh, I'm talking too much about elephants and I'm not drawing enough elephants. I'm so sorry. Okay. If you have been sketching along, by the way, you're probably well ahead of the half an hour of sketch mark. I love the colors on this elephant. It's so nice. Okay. What should I draw? This one. Let's do one more. It is 11:40. I will be back on later, so I'm not gonna spend too much more time. Oh yeah, I was gonna maybe do this Tusker. Should we do the Super Tusker, or should we do the Forest Elephant charging? Questions. The Super Tusker does look incredibly... Oh. Wait. What? No. Stop. No. Oh. Oh no. Ah. What have I done? Okay, let me try this again. Definitely thought these were on 2 different layers, but they were not. Turns out they were not. Okay. Anyway, I don't know which one to do. More importantly. Good wrinkle study on the right. But round ears on the left. Baby with a stick in its mouth. Oh yeah, I forgot about the baby. We haven't drawn a baby yet. Let's do a baby. Okay, that was easy. Decision made. Was neither of the options. They're so cute! Look at how cute they are. How can anyone not like elephants? Has anyone ever met someone who like adamantly was like, you know what? I don't like elephants. I contend that person might be in a cult. An anti-elephant cult. Because I don't think it's possible. I'm gonna scoot you back over here, buddy. We'll draw you someday. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, okay. Save. Sweet. Baby elephants. Alrighty. Look at that little smile. Ah, it's so stinking cute. I put a GIF this morning in Discord of a baby elephant. Like it's when they're first born, they have like, I think it's for a few days, they have just like no muscle control over their trunks. And so it's this little baby playing with his trunk. He's just like got his head in the air, he's just spinning it. Like doesn't know what to do with this big thing on his face. It's hilarious. Hilarious indeed. Anyway, should go look at it if you need a smile. Oh no. I asked Kev a question, so yes. Okay. Kev, I'm gonna have to do my sketch first and then I will take your comment in. I just love how you can see the little elephant muscle structures here. Stay home. Stay home. I do wish I could see his little feet. That's my only sadness about this picture. Let's see. The TDLR, if you will. That's the simplest explanation. Sloppy, are you encouraging him? Some of it, in other words. Takes quite a while for them to get a handle on their trunk. Yeah, it's very funny to see. I think the young elephants might have rounder ears than adults. That's true. That make it harder to tell them apart when they're babies. No, I think you're right, because I was looking at an archive of forest elephants, and they had very similar ear shapes. So it might just be that, for whatever reason, savanna elephants, maybe it's a thinner membrane, and it's like more prone to tattering or something, because like, I mean, this is a much older animal, and you can see that's like super smooth. Like there's a little piece right here looks like maybe has gotten injured, but overall, I mean, the little tips are like flapping behind him. That's not a chunk missing. That's just they just flap on the top sometimes. I wonder. I'd be curious to know if anyone finds out something about that. But yeah, I don't know. It's also the internet, and so just because it says it's a forest elephant, you know, that's why it's important to know the differences, so that you can tell when you're being lied to. Internet. Lying to me. Okay, this is a little confusing because there's two, but I'm pretty sure this is the body of this one. And there's his little back leg. I'm pretty sure. That's my guess. And then this one back here belongs to the other one. I feel like that's right. Don't know for sure, but that's how we're gonna do it. Wait, the internet can lie to you? But why would it do that? You know, I've been asking myself that for a long time, Kev. Been asking myself that since I was 10. with their trunks is like baby humans with their hands and fingers. Like, how do I... Except for there's no bone structure in the trunk, so it just kind of like has a mind of its own for a while until they figure out all the muscle controls. I think there's a ton of muscles in there. You can't humor me, I'm not a comedian. That's funny. You can do all those whole things. The truth is that I'm such a hardcore elephant fan that my subconscious is linked to any and all elephant content. That sounds like a handy trick to have up your sleeve, honestly. Therefore, I have no need to see elephant streams, as elephants and I are one. So I know you're saying this tongue-in-cheek, Kev, or at least I'm like 99.9% sure it's tongue-in-cheek. I feel like I've talked to people who actually think things like that, though. And it's a really interesting conversation every time. And I'm always like, part of me wants to ask, like, how did you arrive at this place? And then the other part of me just wants to disengage from that conversation as quickly as I can, because I'm like, we don't have a common ground here to talk about any of this from. Anyway. Sometimes my curiosity gets the best of me, though, and then I end up in like a 3-hour conversation with people who have unique views. Oh, here's something that's kind of fun to note about baby elephants a lot of times. Let me see if the other picture has this too. Yeah, so I don't know, I feel like with adults it kind of either either fills out over time, maybe? Well, no, you still have it a little bit. At least in the forest elephant. Now shoot, now I need to look at the savanna elephant. Okay, yeah, because like savanna elephants... Hold on, is this a way to tell? No. Yes, no, no. So what I'm trying to say before I get ahead of myself is like, baby elephants, it's really pronounced in African species anyway. I haven't looked at closely at Asian species, but when the ears come out of their head, it's like there's like an edge to it. Like it's kind of like part of what they're controlling to like move. It's part of that muscle structure and tendons, I imagine. Probably some cartilage. It might be cartilage. Either way, it like comes out and you can of their head like up. Whereas in these older African elephants, it might be a slight bump, but a lot of them it seems like it just looks like it's kind of become flattened somehow, or maybe whatever this tendon in has like grown over time and kind of met that skin. I don't know, but I feel like I noticed that a lot in baby elephants, and I don't notice it as often in adults. Now with forest elephants, I mean, maybe it's the smoothness of the ear, but I notice it in forest elephants, but like it looks like there's dirt in that one, so you can't really, but like here, forest elephant, look at this like round, it like goes up and around. I wonder if that's one. Can't tell because of the angle on that one. Anyway, just questions. I could be wrong about this, but it's something I do notice, and I do try to draw. When I draw a baby elephant, I tend to draw the ear like that. And then when I'm drawing the adults, I almost always, especially if it's a bush elephant, I draw them like that. Huh. I have to look more closely at reference. If anyone finds a reference that either proves or disproves this, let me know. And if you know for sure what kind of elephant it is, that would also be helpful, because apparently that's hard to tell. But more importantly, can we all just appreciate the smile this baby has for a minute? You can also see his little spine right there. That's what that bump is. You're seeing his back. What a cutie. Oh my gosh. This is the best baby elephant photo. Thank you so much for sharing this. Like, it almost looks photoshopped. It's so cute. Like, he's even got the little, like, eye creasy things that they draw in the cartoons. So happy! Wait, hold on. The fact that you are 99.9% doubtful of you. No. You read that the wrong way. 99.9% sure. Oh, I guess I did say that you were joking. That's true. It just proves that my love of elephants is lacking. You're right. If there was ever a metric for elephant love proof, it would be exactly that. Whether or not somebody believes you. I did make his eyes too low. Let's bring that smile up a little bit. Oh, stop hunching. I'm such a huncher. Do you guys ever catch yourself slowly just doing this while you're drawing? It's a bad habit. Maybe I drew his head too high. Maybe that's the issue. Too much cranium. More room for smiles. Less room for brains. There we go. That looks more appropriate. The little smile. I know. Are you working on something today, Helena? If you have anything you'd like to share. I mean, as long as it's like, PG-13. This is a family-friendly stream. I will warn you. I do have friends with kids who sometimes watch and draw along with me. So I do try to keep it, try to keep it a family safe space, but if you have any work that you're working on that you would like to share, feel free to. I want his head to be bigger. I think I got excited about his knobbly knees too much. They're overemphasized. That might be slightly exaggerated also, but keeping it. Oh, little smile. So cute. What a cutie patootie. Oh wait, that's not a pen. This is a pen. Yeah, I definitely made his head too big. Look how big his trunk is. You can't even see his neck wrinkles. I drew this poorly. But that's okay. We're still learning. That's the important piece. Even if the learning is happening maybe elsewhere. Like telling the difference between these different species. I like to think that hopefully 90% of what I've said today was accurate, but if not, I'm very, very much open to being told. I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. I'm just guessing, by the way, on his feet based on what we just studied about elephant anatomy. Like I can tell right here, I'm starting to see those wrinkles that start to form around the wrist area of the forelimb. So I'm assuming it kind of has a bump there, and then just based on what we know about the way the pads work, it's probably something like that. Same thing over here. I can see the line of the skin kind of doing this. So I'm just using some context clues from the image to kind of guess what the feet look like, but it's rough, obviously. But yeah, guys, that's all the elephants I have time for today. It's noon, so I probably need to head off. I meant to color one of these and I just got too excited. Let's go ahead on the smiley baby. Even though I didn't draw him very well, he's still cute and he loves you very much. So he wants to say thanks for hanging out and learning about me, guys. Don't poach me. Tell your friends not to poach me. We want lots of these to be around. There's another actually World Elephant Day coming up later this year, so don't be shocked if like not too long from now you see another elephant stream. But I think I'm gonna do Elephant Week that time, so we'll do like Asian elephants, savanna elephants, and forest elephants, so we'll like dedicate time to each one of them. I believe there's also a pygmy elephant species. I could be wrong. I'll look into it later. I don't have time to look at that on the stream right now. I gotta get ready for the blizzard that we're about to get hit with here in Colorado. So I'm probably gonna have to head off, but I will be back on later. If anybody wants to come back, we're working on goat stickers for Weed 'em and Reap. That's that YouTuber I've been talking about that reached out to me and wanted to work with me to make some stickers for the merch shop. So I'm really excited about that. I did some sketches already. You can watch my stream. What day was that? I think it was Monday, I think was when I started them. Here's one of the older stickers, but this is the end result of what they will be looking like. So if you want to watch this process, I've got them mostly sketched. I might redraw some of the sketches a little bit before I start my stream later, but I'd like to do the inking and some coloring today. So that's what's on the docket for later today. However, let me switch over to my ending credits screen. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was so washed out this whole time. I'm also ordering a new webcam. I can't figure out my lighting in this place. Like, it's not that bright in here. I don't know why it does this. But if I turn down the brightness, everything looks like too dark. It's not great. So anyway, that's coming soon too. But let's find an art streamer to raid. Thank you guys for hanging out, by the way. I appreciate the company. I appreciate the elephant enthusiasm in all of its forms. From the highly informed to the maybe slightly less informed, but still very enthusiastic, which I appreciate. Oh wait, you answered my question about the ears. Hold on. I just Google image search. I can see the difference between calves pretty easily, but not so much with infants. Interesting, interesting. Oh, you're talking about the ear shapes. It's mislabeled as a bush elephant when it's a forest elephant. Yeah, it's hard to tell, honestly. Like, I don't know. It seems similar. The lobe extends down below the chin line. Yeah, so that point. There's still a point on forest elephants. It's just less tapered, I feel like. Yeah. Hold on, I want to see if you found the answer. I swear I'm gonna raid somebody. Hold on, guys, we're learning elephant facts. Wait, don't go. We have to raid someone. Very young elephants are different. That makes sense. Seems to stay level at the bottom of the chin. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. The levelness issue. Yeah, thank you. I'll pay more attention to that. It looks like the baby's in trouble in its mama. Yeah. Wait. Oh no. That's adorable. He does look like he's in trouble. Or he's playing. Oh, I love baby elephants. Okay, let's find someone to raid. Don't be a shrimp, that's right. Be like an elephant with their great posture. Be an elephant, push things over, because why not? Oh my gosh, Kev, you're a hoot. I appreciate you guys. Alright, who is online? Let's find a work-safe, family-safe streamer. You guys have a good one. Thank you, Amaze, for posting the schedule and social links and Discord links. So if anybody needs any of those things, you can go find them there. But let's see who is on. Oh, you guys! Let's raid this guy called Delio Mac. I found him recently. It is so adorable, I think. It's this older gentleman. His son helps him run the stream. And he's a wood carver. And so he just sits there and carves wood all day long. It's so cool. I think this is great. It has nothing to do with elephants. It looks like he might be making a griffin? What is that? Oh, I have an ad, so I have no idea. It's Delio Mac. But I think we're gonna go raid him because I found this stream the other day and I thought it was the cutest thing I had seen on Twitch in a long time. So let's go check him out. Oh, you've seen him before, Raga. Okay, yeah, he seems awesome. Let's go raid him in. I think it'll make his day. And yeah, you might get to see another cool artist, another cool type of art making that you've never seen before. But like I said, I'll be back in a few hours. So if you want to come back for digital art, I'll be doing that later. But let's go check out what he's up to. And I'll catch you guys another time. Have a good one. Bye.